Alright, this is the last video of this chapter, and this is just like the previous problem we did in example 5. It's just a different one. So what we're going to do, just like before, we're going to look to factor. These two cannot be factored. This one can be. So what we're going to do is rewrite the first two. And we're going to use our techniques of factoring that we learned from chapter 4 to factor just the bottom. We don't care about the top. The top's not factorable anyway, but even if it was, we wouldn't worry about it. I want to factor just the bottom. This is two terms. They are both perfect squares, and there's a minus sign. So we're going to take the square root of 4, which is 2, plus a minus, and then the square root of 1 is 1. Now, if you notice, what's nice about this is these factors are the same as the ones that were on the bottom of the other two fractions, so it works out pretty nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by the things that show up on the bottom, which are the 2x plus 1s and the 2x minus 1s. We're going to multiply that to both sides. So from here, just like in the previous problems, we're going to distribute these two. When I do, the 2x minus 1s will cancel, and I'm left with the x on top and the 2x plus 1. The minus sign drops. When I multiply that to the second fraction, the 2x plus 1s cancel, and I'm left with the 2 and the 2x minus 1. So that is my left side of my equation, all fractions gone, which is what I wanted. The right-hand side, which is really nice about this one, is when I multiply these two, everything cancels, and the only thing left over is the x squared plus 20. So just like before, all fractions are gone. Really, the new stuff for this section is done. Everything from here down is chapter 4. Okay, so distribute. You get 2x squared plus x. Distribute here to get negative 4x plus 2. The negative is distributed with the negative 2. And then the x squared plus 20 drops. Combine your like terms. 2x squared drops. X minus 4x is negative 3x. And then what I'm going to do now, since this is a quadratic, is get this set equal to 0. So I'm going to move the x squared over and the 20 over. I'll subtract those to both sides. When I do that, these will cancel, which leaves me with 0. 2x squared minus 1x squared is 1x squared. The negative 3x drops. 2 minus 20 is a negative 18. So this one is factorable. There are factors of negative 18 that when you add them will get you a negative 3. And that is negative 6 and positive 3. And now we can solve to get our answer. Set x minus 6 equal to 0. Set x plus 3 equal to 0. And you solve. The first solution is 6. Subtract the 3 over here. The second solution is negative 3. And just like before, we want to double check and make sure that one of these is not extraneous. So I'm going to use my calculator to check my answers. So 6 store x. And I'm going to type in the original, which is the one up here. So alpha y equals enter x over 2x minus 1 minus, and then 2 over 2x plus 1. And hit enter, and that's going to get me a number, which is that. Then do the right-hand side, which is x squared plus 20 over 4x squared minus 1. And it gets me the same thing, which means that that is one of my answers. So x equals 6 is one of them. And I'm going to try the second one, which is negative 3. Remember, you don't have to type in everything again. Just do negative 3 store x. And then scroll up to get the left-hand side. Hit enter twice. Get a new number. And then scroll up to get the right-hand side, which was x squared plus 20 over 4x squared minus 1. Hit enter twice. And it's the same thing. So both of these wound up working. We did not have any extraneous solutions in this one. But you do have to check. If you don't check and one of them is extraneous and you don't tell me or you circle both answers, then you will wind up getting this answer partially wrong.